Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. In this channel I speak about topics that are related to fragrances. So if you think you find these type of videos useful or meaningful by any way, you can subscribe to my channel. And today's topic it's the name of it's like a tag. So the name of it is first, I noticed this topic maybe 3 days ago. It was by Silver Butterfly 1000 in English. That's I will leave the link down there below. And I asked her if I can do this tag, and she said yes. So I will do this tag. Also, the same day or the day after, I saw Paola Bianka was doing tag, and actually she tagged me as well. So there's no way now I cannot escape. I just have to do this video. And this tag I think started to be very popular, and I saw Val's views were doing it, and basically it must be very important tag, and basically I cannot escape from doing it, you know. So okay, so basically, like as everybody knows, each woman has many women inside of her. The same me as well. I have many of them, but this topic is not about that, but it's more like what fragrances represents each woman. So I have a huge basket, you know, of fragrances. So we will basically start. So First, maybe what else I would like to say is that, you know, many women in each woman. So what does that mean? So that means that we cannot be only one face, you know. We have to be like quite adaptive and change, you know, according to each situation. So one day you can be one type of woman, the other day you can be the other. Basically, all of those skills are very necessary, you know, in the daily life. And the more you can adapt, the better it is for you. So, but we are talking about fragrances right now. So okay, let's start with the first one, which would be the weird woman. So by weird woman, you know, maybe they mean like a strange woman or like an unusual type or woman that you wouldn't see like in the daily life. So I chose for this weird woman is basically it's ZARA Scent One. The reason why you wouldn't see the smell very well, it's a representation or like a kind of similar to dupe of Le Labo, this what's that, Santal 33, you know. So some people say it's similar. I have never smelled Le Labo, but I believe it must be amazing. And this one, I reach great results by layering it with Molecule 1, but by itself it would feel to me a little bit like a more skin scent that doesn't go far, but the smell is kind of a little bit medicinal as well, like that type of herbal medicinal type of smell. To be honest, one person said to me that it doesn't smell good, really, like basically don't buy it, you know, but I did bought it, and actually I don't regret. As you can see, half of it is left, but not everybody would like it. So because of that, so it's for weird, strange women, you know. Am I this type of woman? Like, yes, I am. This smell is kind of like a strange smell, really strange smell that kind of you wouldn't kind of notice it very often, you know, that woman would wear it, and not many people would like it. The same like maybe not many people like strange women. So the same like not many people would like this strange smell that it smells kind of like a little bit herbal and too, you know, like too little bit too medicinal. This was in the men's section, by the way, you know, this fragrance. So we already talked about that one. So let's proceed with the other one. So number second, which I had to think the longest because you know, I had never kind of, basically the topic is superhero woman within you. Superhero woman within you. So like superhero, you know, so like I would feel superhero like only if I would save somebody's life, maybe, you know, or kind of doing something big that would be super beneficial for somebody else. you know, it's not about me, but it's more like, you know, did something that kind of was without you really it wouldn't be happening, you know, something really big, or discovering some kind of, like, let's say maybe you are like scientist or something and you discover something else, so then you would call yourself superhero, you know. So this I would kind of relate the least to this topic, superhero. But anyway, I was thinking a lot and I didn't know what to give, you know. So superhero, it's kind of also sounds masculine for me, so I went with vibrant leather oud for man, you know. I'm using it myself. The reason why, because it's, let's say it's like a vibrant leather but has a little bit of oud in it, so it's like a twist of something extra. So maybe that would be like a superhero, you know. Basically, I had very difficulty, you know, to find a fragrance for superhero woman within you, you know. I think I don't connect with it very often, with this type of word, the superhero. So the third fragrance is basically the queen within you, the queen. So I guess, you know, women, probably many of them likes to be the queens, you know, or something like that. A woman that, you know, likes to feel like a queen, and maybe, you know, like everybody like would take care of her in a way, and that type of woman, you know, that always is very nicely dressed and so on and so on. You know, so okay, so for the queen, I chose Gucci Guilty. The reason why, because it's kind of you know, the packaging is kind of very you know, shiny and type of sounds rich and looks rich, and you know, everybody knows this brand very well, so kind of, you know, maybe those queens likes rich things in a way, so probably this one would go along the way, you know. Gucci Guilty. And then okay, romantic you know, what would be romantic type of fragrance. So this one, so romantic, I chose a bit, you know, if I would have, let's say, a lot of fragrances, you know, like lots of them, I would choose much better options, but this is about more like from what I have in my collection, you know. So I have to do choices from what I have, but that doesn't mean that they are the greatest, just because I don't have more fragrances to offer. But from what I have, so romantic type, I chose Ebony Wood from Zara. The reason why, because it has this like a bakery type of sweet scent that is very delicious, and it's almost like saying like, oh, if you will be with me, I will cook you very nice, or I will share with you nice biscuits, and will be very romantic, you know, in a way. So kind of like this, like, am I romantic? I think yes, you know, I am romantic. Within years, these things goes more towards practicality, you know, because you need to look towards life, you know, towards life, and not only at each other, you know. That's what the phrase that I heard, like, if you will sit and romantically sit and look at each other, you know, things might not change, but if you look together towards life, you know, things might improve towards better, I would say. So Ebony Wood, you know, kind of like a sweet type of smell that has cloves in it, and a little bit reminds me of Christmas pudding as well. Please have a look in the Zara. Like, Ebony Wood is quite good, you know, the smell, and it's not super expensive. So the other one that we have over here is number 5, so Nurturer. So this probably is in every nurturer. I guess many women are nurture type, you know, many of them, I would say. So for, you know, like, there's no way you can escape it, you know. If you will not be nurturer, you know, nobody will like you, you know, if you will only be by yourself. So that's very egoistic type of way of living. So I guess the more people are nurturing in a way, the more society gets better, you know, I would say. So anyway, so nurturer type, I would choose something not too expensive, you know. So I would choose Okay, let's see. So I chose two fragrances. So for me, it doesn't represent the expensive ones, because she must think not about herself to buy expensive fragrances, but to buy something economic for herself, so she can still have money to provide for anybody else in a way. So something kind of simple and not expensive is nurturer type. So Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely would be, like something grab and go in a way. And this one is from Lidl, represents dupe of Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, and it's very, very good dupe. So those type of nurturing type of woman, that kind of, I just grab, let's say, simple type of fragrance on myself, and I don't care too much about myself, but let me just focus about anybody else who is around me, so I can provide them better. So those are nurturing type of fragrances. And then the number 6 is mysterious type of woman. So for this, I chose basically. So I chose two fragrances. One of them is Fleur de Patchouli, and then the other one is basically patchouli from the Italian brand Etro. I know not many of you knows it, but probably in Italy it's very many people knows it. And basically this patchouli is very kind of mysterious and really, really type of fragrance that is kind of deep and kind of for me patchouli associates with mystery. Basically, if you want more economic patchouli, that's from Zara, if you want to begin with, but if you want to experience a little bit more quality, go with something more expensive. Like in my experience, I just had to have a sample of patchouli or eau de parfum from Etro, which is super expensive, more than €100 I think there, more or less. And then so the other fragrance that we have is adventurous. So mysterious. So I guess many women would like to be mysterious, but like let's say, but they don't know how to. So let's say, but in the real life, I guess that mystery is not super how to say necessary. Because maybe it's necessary, let's say, when you want to seduce somebody or anything like that, then you have to kind of maybe be more a little bit mysterious. But it's also not very necessary there. But there are women that could look like mysterious, and it works very, very well for them, But can you raise the qualities of being mysterious? Probably you do, but to be honest, like if you want to be sociable, like, and if you're gonna act as a super mysterious woman, it's kind of not very practical, I would say, as well, so maybe the best to be kind of normal as you are, like you can act a little bit mystery, but it's not very important. So this number 7 would be adventurous. So for adventurous, I chose also not many people knows about it, only one person I saw was talking about it. So that's Irish fragrance, that's Innis, and there's no Innis. Basically, it's written Innis, the energy of the sea, and basically this fragrance for me associates adventure. So that means going to the nature, maybe to the forest, or maybe to the river, or maybe to the sea, to the beach, because this one is aquatic scent. It represents the energy of the sea, so it's kind of sea smell, so whenever you spray it, and when the wind will blow into you, the waves of the wind mixed with this fragrance will give you that adventure type of feeling. And I really like this fragrance, by the way. And so the other one, so number 8 would be creative. So I don't know, but I like vetiver fragrances, and the creative. So this is molecule 03, and so creative, like that vetiver is kind of so earthy in a way, but this one is super light too, super light. It feels vibrant and light on you, and it has that projection, and with each wave of it kind of that bubbly type of creativity might appear. I think it's good to be creative, I would say, those like, I think creativity in anything. It could be writing a card, or painting a picture, or writing an email to somebody in a creative way. It's kind of also, or let's say, could be also talking, in a creative way, or anything like that. So I find that vetiver 03 could be pretty creative. Number 3, of eccentric molecules could be pretty creative over there. So then the other one is number 9. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to talk about. So not number 5, it's actually number 9 is executive. And so executive, like how to say, let me see what fragrances I chose. Executive, vibrant leather for her. Okay. So I chose this vibrant leather for her. The reason why, because this one has that manly version of vibrant leather, but also twisted with some feminine type of florals, but there is still that little bit sharpness in a way, that kind of stings in a way, and so that means executive, you need to be kind of sharp and smart about it, but also with tiny bit of pleasantness of the fragrance. So I think that one is pretty much would represent that one. So depending on the heat, and you can kind of transmit different type of different type of smell in a way, sharpness and plus little bit of femininity if it's necessary. So executive, not many women are can be executive in their life, because but executive for me is associates with the job, with work, or something like that. So a boss type of woman or anything like that. I am not executive in the professional life, but I am executive in my home life. So it could be managing daily tasks to make sure that everything is done very well. But that's still, I think, executive in daily life. It's not the same as in the let's say in the work. So maybe I will not talk about daily life. It's more about probably those women that are like doing boss type of profession, like being executive. So they must be kind of a little bit strict and so on and so on. So basically, vibrant leather for her. This one is over there, and so number 10 would be cheerful. So what did I chose? I chose molecular 1, and guess what? Why? The reason why it's so sparkly and so it's so sparkly that kind of it's actually a happy scent. It's kind of like a promising for kind of good mood in a way, because it appears and it disappears, and it's kind of as the same as like happiness. It kind of comes and goes. You cannot be happy all the time. You need to experience different variation of moods for yourself, because life is not only about happiness. That's what I heard one phrase. It's not only about happiness. It's actually about experiencing different things, and probably maybe through feeling unhappy things we can experience happiness more, or at least being unhappy let us know what it means being happy in a way. So this is the fragrance for happiness, because for me this fragrance is sorry, this is number 4. Oh, sorry, I'm holding number 4. Those bottles are so similar. I meant number this one is 01. So this one is 01. So it's a happiness fragrance for me. So sorry about that. So as you can see, it's kind of bubbly and happy, and basically it transmits, like waves of great smell to you, and then sometimes it disappears and then appears again, and it's like kind of like a very sparkly type of scent, the same like the pictures over there. So then another one, what's that? Mystical. Well, I chose 2 fragrances. Actually, I was holding it already. So it's a molecular 4 because it has this type of mystical type of little bit deeper, peppery type of smell, but also not annoying in a way that kind of little bit hides. It's kind of hides on you, but it's kind of so on you. And it's kind of like a bold type of, but not too much, and super interesting, So mystical is this one, and this one is vibrant leather original one from Zara. It's for man, but I'm using it myself. And basically, so they both for me kind of would be kind of mystical. Vibrant leather, when I normally spray it on my coat, so when I spray it, it kind of stays for quite a while, and it's interesting smell, you know. That's all what I could say. I think if I would have much more fragrances, I would probably choose other fragrances, but this one I would keep it as a mystical. It's 04, probably is the most mystical from Eccentric Molecules, but you know, I think there is 05 as well, which I never smelled before. And then we have what else? We have Seductress. So I guess you know, many people would like to be seductress, you know, in their life, and whatever happens, you know, if you are or you aren't, it doesn't really matter. I chose again fragrance 01. The reason why, because it kind of this one would be as a seductress from the distance, because the projection is is such a great projection. It's kind of like it creates like a aura on you, you know, and whenever you are passing by somebody, it kind of it really, you know, it can it can affect people in positive way, even though they don't know you yet. But if you pass by, you know, people will kind of pay attention, because that smell is very kind of inviting in a way. So let's say people don't know you, and they feel your fragrance, this type of inviting fragrance, like they want, you know, to know who you are in a way. So this one is seducing from distance, I would say. It's not like super, you know, kind of seducing fragrance, like by being you know, by its depth, you know, like I never had this Dior Poison. I never had it, but it doesn't have any type of depth. It's just kind of seducing from distance, you know. That's all what I could say. So that's the one. And then we're gonna have number 13, Independent. I haven't wrote anything, but Independent. So I chose Molecule 02 because it's fresh as a breeze, and it's kind of you know, it's kind of like a breeze, and it's kind of like okay, like if you spray it on yourself, it's as if saying the day will be flying, you know. And Independent, it's like I don't, like as if saying, you know, I don't care about anything, I want to wear my own fragrance. And this one, and nobody basically has similar like you, because not many people knows this fragrance. And it's kind of, I will be independent. By saying independent, what type of woman would be independent? Is simply woman that you know, can do things by herself, many things. But you know, but I think if woman is too independent is not good as well, you know. There must be some balance in a way, but independent, yeah, but it's better to be independent than not independent. So, you know, do things by yourself. So let's say if you don't know something, you can Google on the computer, or you need to fix some kind of small problem, you can do it by yourself, you know, something. Or, you know, to learn to use the drill, you know, the drill. Actually, I never learned how to use it, the drill. Or, you know, you could learn many things, you know. Let's say to learn to drive, so you don't need to rely on public transport, for an example, especially now when there is coronavirus, you know. So you don't need to rely on public transport. It's much safer. So things like this, and, you know, doing things by yourself, you know, no need to ask anybody else, you know, how to do, because you know by yourself. Or no need to ask for advice. You know, many people like to ask for advice. How should they do this, or how should they do that? So, you know, I think choosing choices for yourself about your type of problem, it's being independent and kind of grown up, you know. Sometimes it's not nice to chat with people, you know, to see what other people thinks about this topic or the other topic, or you know, what other person, how they would do if they were you, in a way. But if people are looking for these type of questions, you know, too much from other people, that's not being independent at all. So this Molecule 2 is independent, you know, for me. And I think they use this ambroxan, like from whales, some kind, you know, from those animals. They take some kind of, or maybe it's a synthetic ambroxan. I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually about it. But that's all, guys. So basically, went through many fragrances, like this, about all of those women's that we are experiencing. Like sometimes, let's say, the only woman that I'm not super experiencing is superhero, or maybe I would feel this type of woman if, let's say, I will do, many things in that day, and then I would feel like a superhero, oh, I did everything. But I think it's not a big deal, to have like a many faces on yourself in order to experience life to the fullest. We all have to kind of be different, this time is like this time is like that. You cannot be only one type of woman forever, because life is super short, so you have to kind of mix and match things and stuff like that. The same like fragrances, so you can basically mix and match those fragrances. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what do you think, like any suggestions like, or maybe like which woman would be representing for you. And I kind of enjoyed doing this tag. Anyone that hasn't been tagged in this video, if you want to do this tag, you can do it. The one lady probably that hasn't done this tag, it's new in fragrance community, it's Claire Smith. So Claire, you can tag yourself. So thank you very much for watching this video. I will come back to you soon, and bye bye.